So I just had this little package turn up in the post. This was a bit of a chance purchase. If you recall, I bought a pretty much mint physical condition Class 47 by Helgen, one of the Network Southeast branded ones, which are why I bought it, because it's not produced in duplicate by Bachmann, which would have been a preference. But yeah, I bought the Helgen one, and it was pretty much as brand new, but it doesn't run very well. I stripped and cleaned the gears, and I did find, hence this little package, that the knuckle coupling, the little bit here where your drive shaft engages into, had a very slight crack on it. It held, but when I disassembled them it did pop out, and one of them, when cleaning the wheels, could be the way that the odd gears, anyway, yeah, the gear inside, which is down here somewhere, now I want it and can't bloody find the bag with the sodding thing in, here we are. The gear has a minute crack internally going towards the outside, so it's not cracked all the way through, but it was losing enough tension that it slipped. Now I've ordered some Loctite, I can't remember the number, but I haven't had the order come through yet from, I think it's Slough, Model Junction Slough, which are closing down. So I was going to try and see if that stuff will reset it. I've also ordered a pack of gears from China, but I suspect they may not be the same diameter. They're the same ID for the shaft, and they're 12 tooth I think, but I suspect they may not be the right diameter. So I'm hedging my bets here. One, if that fails, then I've got a spare, and if they don't work, then I bought some gear towers, the whole thing, drive shaft, the whole works. These are fairly worn, but that might not be a bad thing, because they might be bedded in, because the other ones did seem to have a lot of resistance despite me cleaning the grease out and re-lubing them. Now my little Hornby thing started cutting out, but that was the Hornby power supply, not the Loco draw, because I had my milliamp meter on it. It was only pulling 390 milliamps, and it kept shutting down, so I changed it to another identical unit, and that ran fine. But the Loco would run and then sort of slow down and then speed up. So I stripped and cleaned the bogies, repositioned the contact plates, and it improved it with time. It needs putting on the track and running in, I think, because it's basically sitting in a box hasn't done it any favours, as I'm sure a few people who've had Hornbys, and the grease solidifies or goes very thick. The grease seemed okay, but yeah, so long story short, I bought the spares from a guy. I'd happened to pick something else up of him the other week, so I bought another motor, which cost me I think £12 or £13. I don't know whether that's the same as the Bachmann one. I have got one I bought which is not as big as this. Their motor retention thing is just a couple of rubber grips that sit in, and this bit just clips over the chassis. So in itself I have another 47 Hellion, so basically I thought, well, either way they're handy spares, even if I don't end up using them on this particular fix. So yeah, we have this gear system, so if it is a complete fail, normally I would have sent the Loco back, but the fact that it's a Network Southeast, they don't come up very often. In fact, I think it's the first one I've had for quite some time with a notification, and being as it was pretty much mint condition, as it was never used by the looks of it. So I will keep you posted if you see a successful run by of a Class 47 Network Southeast, not in a plastic case. You'll know I've fixed it. Just zoom you in for a little random. This has just come in a combined postage shipping, so there's some bits there that aren't relevant. But this is another sort of AliExpress. They do a little cheap, you can sort of pick and mix certain items and you get free postage and 12 days sort of turnaround. So I bought these little screw selection packs. They're a bit like these screws you can use for your track. So there's some various different sizes there. It's all got the listing, so if you do find any useful you can obviously then reference that back to buy a bulk pack. So again, bought these for those awkward little things on wagons and trucks where you need a tiny little screw just to hold something in because glue's not going to cut the mustard, or repairing couplings and things. So I bought those, and because I've now got that Falla car system and they have a rather expensive little machine you can buy to cut your track, I saw this for, I think it was under £4. There was variations on the kit as to what accessories you got with it, so I think it was only about £1 or so more, and you got a bunch of sanding discs and the 2 little rubber mandrels for them, and some burrs and milling type bits, if it focuses. There we go. And this head. So if you've got a rotary type tool, Dremel or such like, some of them have a piece on the end that unscrews so you can put one of those flexible shafts on. So I believe this may or may not fit mine. It has a threaded piece inside, and then this thumb screw undoes and you can adjust the depth, a bit like a rotor. So assuming that may fit one of my rotary tools, and I can then use it with an appropriate piece to act like a mini rotor and cut my track out, or the bed for the wire to be sunk in and hidden. And it might obviously prove useful in other areas, assuming it will fit. It was a bit of a gamble, but it was like $3.99, so it was worth a gamble. I've got a couple of drills it may fit, or I might be able to modify it to work in some other way and just operate as a standoff, and then just adjust the depth by the length of the tool rather than the actual height manipulation from that bit. But for the money it was worth a punt. Well, subject to my last clip, I have my Ferrex little Audi, I can't remember which one's which, rotary tool, and as you can see it fits on, it screws on the end. So we have a freehand rotor. Damn sight cheaper than Falla's tool. Well, let's start with another week, and it's sale time still in January. Offers came and went, then come back again. It's a bit like the DFS sale, which won't mean anything to overseas viewers. So we've gone and done some shopping at WWS. And bought their sheep flocking kit. No Welsh jokes, please. I have bought the ProGrass static applicator. I did look at Eve Model's Chinese version, but basically, even though it's, well, I think it's on offer again as well at £30, time you ship it over and pay the VAT, it's no cheaper than buying this one, which obviously if there's any issues I can get in contact with the boys at WWS and get it sorted. So it's a lesser of two evils. Their one does have two plugs and a little shaker, so you can, you know, dual purpose use it. But I already have a static grass machine, which is just a okay looking one, but I think it's no more sophisticated than a bug squatter. But I plan on upgrading the internal electronics in that one. So I did see these at Getz with Martins. Smaller than I thought they were going to be. But if they do the job, it doesn't matter, does it? Please remove protective film sticker before using this product. Well, I'll leave it on for now. A bit of gum on it, but yeah, where are we? 9-volt battery there. I might, once it's out of guarantee, put a DC 9-volt inlet so that this will run on a higher load. Don't know whether it will really make much difference, but that is it. So we bought the little fibre stuff, fibre mould as well, just to see what that was like. Looks like it does like getting outside of the pack. But that's about it. I think I've got a prospective customer just arrived. Well, that was a done deal. Little J50 and a Class 09 Lima shunter gone to new homes. So yeah, we bought the fibre mould because I just wanted to, not as much there as you get with sculptor mould, I don't think, but obviously it's considerably cheaper than sculptor mould. And I'm planning on making my own, which is the only reason I bought this, to get an idea of the blend and such like. So we also bought some little piglies. And I presume this is the sheep flocking kit in here, as that's what it says on the box. We can't open the ready thing. So yeah, we've got the paint and a little powdery stuff, and the wee sheep. So that's it. The powder get everywhere. That's it for now. So we'll be flocking sheep.